So in this video today, I'm going to discuss whether or not the Orlando Magic should consider trading Jonathan Isaac in this upcoming offseason. Now, before I get into this video, if you want to follow me on social media, the link to my Instagram will be in the description. So drop me a follow if you're feeling nice. But without further ado, let's get into it. So Jonathan Isaac is a player who the Magic may look into trading, mainly because with the first pick which they have this year, the likelihood of them taking Jabari Smith is very high. And as we know, Jabari Smith is a power forward. And even if they do move into the three, they do have a logjam in that kind of position. As we know, Jonathan Isaac can play the 3 or 4. He's 6'11" with like a 7'5" wingspan and could be one of the best defenders in the league if he's fully healthy. But that's a massive if. So that's going to lead me on to why you should not trade Jonathan Isaac. So if you were going to trade him right now, you would get little to nothing because he's someone who has missed how many games? He missed the entirety of the 2021 season, the entirety of the 21-22 season, and only played 25 games in, I believe, 19-20. So his first almost only healthy season was, I believe, his second year in 2018-19 when he played 75 games and averaged 9.2 points per game and showed a lot of promise of being a very versatile defender and being an okay three-point shooter. So my point is, if you were to trade him now, you would get nothing for someone who could potentially develop into a defensive player of the year, because in that conversation we talk about Giannis, Gobert, AD when healthy. When if Jonathan Isaac's healthy, he will always be in that conversation. So he's someone you do not want to give up on. And the issue with him is that you're going to have to trade someone in that position. But Jonathan Isaac should not be the guy because the amount of talent he has, because there's not many guys at 6'11" that can guard 1 through 5 that can be a menace on the defensive end and impact on that end of the floor in that many ways. So I wouldn't trade him just yet. I'd hold on to him and hope he can get healthy. But moving on from that, you've got the likes of, like I said, Smith coming in, the emergence of Wagner because he can play the 4. If you re-sign Mo Bamba, then guess who's going to have to play the 4? Wendell Carter. So there's so many things you have to think about. But the upside is too high for me to give up on Jonathan Isaac. And in my opinion, this will be the last season which the Orlando Magic are patient with him, because only 2 years ago, the Magic was saying he's untouchable. And I believe he should still be off the trade market until you see what he looks like after the injury, because I believe he'll be ready for next season, the start of it, and he'll be on a minute restriction. But hopefully he does well in that role, because the Magic really do lack someone who can really lock down multiple positions. We know Wagner's a good defender, same as Wendell, but Jonathan Isaac could really be special on that end of the floor. And you do not want to give up on that sort of talent alone, because we see a Ben Simmons. I'm not comparing him to Ben, but his offensive game disappeared, but let alone, even though Harden's turned out to be terrible for the Sixers, his defensive ability has proven to be that vital that he has a role in this league and is a max player. Same as Matisse Thybulle, who another one. Jonathan Isaac is way better than Matisse Thybulle. But the point I'm trying to make is, even if none of his offense returns, and that's still a very raw aspect of his game, if he's still 90% of what he was on the defensive end, he's going to be a very, very valuable piece that's getting a lot of minutes on a good team. So let me know what you guys thought about Jonathan Isaac in the comment section down below. Personally, I would not trade him for anything, but obviously, I'm dragging it a bit with anything, but the point I'm trying to make is, with what you'd likely get in return, I would not consider trading him until I see what he looks like next season. But it'll be interesting to see, because the Orlando Magic are going to be very deep next year, and I want to see the type of impact he has coming back from the injury. So let me know down below what you guys feel like the Orlando Magic should do with Jonathan Isaac. Thank you for listening to this video. Drop a like, subscribe, and I'm out.